Every single day, millions of investors wake up with a sinking feeling, that gut punch of regret, knowing deep down they missed out on something huge. You see, it's never just about money, it's about something far more personal. Because each missed opportunity feels like a failure of vision, a betrayal of their own potential. That quiet, gnawing voice that whispers, "What if I had acted? What if I hadn't waited? What if I wasn't so afraid?" It's brutal, and it doesn't let go. The worst part? This isn't just about opportunities gone by. It's about the unsaid truths. The brutal reality that the system is rigged, the comfort zones are traps, and most of what's sold as freedom is actually a cage with invisible bars. So many feel stuck, smashed between the glossy promises of the world and their own silent screams. Their strategies feel outdated. Their networks feel shallow. Their goals become chipped away by slow erosion of compromise and hesitation. You start questioning everything. Is this really where you're meant to be? Is there something more? Something just beyond the noise? And here's the real kicker. The system isn't broken by accident. It's designed this way, to keep the rare and brilliant separated, isolated in silos too small to hold the kind of power you could unleash if you connected, if you aligned, if you dared. It hands out rules like shackles and calls it order. It sells mediocrity as stability and glorifies comfort while punishing radical breakthrough. Most investors remain confined, caught in a loop of repeating the same plays, watching the same winners take the real leaps forward, all while clutching the remnants of safety like it's a life raft. But there is a way out. Not the usual advice you hear from pundits recycling tired lines. Not the safe middle ground that soothes but never changes. No, this is about a raw, unfiltered truth. To break free, you must first reject comfort. Reject consensus. Reject everything you thought you knew about what investing is. Because the future isn't shaped by those who fit in. It's shaped by those who burn the rulebook, who refuse the script handed down to them. The few who understand that to create what's next, you have to first unlearn what's past. What if the biggest missed opportunity isn't just a stock or a fund, but the shift, the transformation you have to make inside? The moment you stop chasing the crowd, stop waiting for permission, and start connecting with others who burn as fiercely as you do. Those rare allies who bring something alive inside you that no algorithm or strategy manual can teach. Imagine that. Investors not alone, but in a fierce network. Not diluted noise, but amplified essence. A place where what's rare is honored, not hidden. Where disagreement doesn't divide, but fuels strength. If this sounds like a fantasy, that's because the world built for mass consumption never wanted you to believe it was real. It wants you compliant, quiet, settling for small wins. But here's the thing. The quiet, unbearable tension inside you. The one that says you're meant for more. That's the fire. That's the signal. And that fire is your weapon, the critical force to question everything around you without apology. Because true freedom isn't a polite idea. It's ruthless. It's transformative. And it demands you define your own reality, not live someone else's. It's okay if you feel isolated. Feeling like no one gets your hunger, your vision, your impatience. That's actually a sign you're on the right path. The path less traveled. The real problem isn't lack of brilliance or ideas. It's the lack of connections, of teeth-grinding, brutal, genius-level connections that put the spark in the powder and ignite the explosion. Without that, brilliance alone can be wasted, a lonely signal fading in the static. Here's the truth nobody tells you. There is no infrastructure in the current system for the exceptional. No lanes for those who rebel against mediocrity and comfort. This is why so many great investors get stuck. Not because they lack skill, but because the system has no place for them to fully become who they're meant to be. The greatest revolution in investing isn't on Wall Street or in some hot startup. It's in the networks you build, the risks you take with others like you, and the radical transformation you allow yourself to undergo. So, how do you stop being one of the millions regretting missed chances? How do you grab the next leap before it slips through your fingers? First, stop looking for answers where everyone else does. Stop betting on safety nets that will only hold you back. Instead, Become ruthless with your time, your energy, your alignment. Surround yourself with the few who burn as fiercely as you do. People who don't settle for templates or trends, but forge new paths. Be selective, be critical, be relentless. Then, embrace patience, not the kind that kills action, but the kind that understands the long game. The moves that seem slow now will unleash seismic shifts later. The brightest futures are built over time, with the right moves, the right alliances, and the courage to redefine what's possible for yourself. Be ready to unlearn everything about comfort and certainty you've held. Be ready to build a new reality, piece by piece, with those who won't accept the status quo. Because here's the harsh truth that no one else will tell you. The world isn't waiting for you to catch up. It's racing ahead, leaving behind those too afraid to burn their bridges, too tied to old maps. Missing the next big opportunity isn't just losing out on profits, it's losing your future self. The version of you who dared to be sovereign, who wielded willpower as a weapon, who saw freedom not as a promise but a practice. And if you think that sounds radical, good. It should. It means this isn't for everyone. It's not for those comfortable in their cages, cozy in compliance. It's for those who feel that tension inside, the unbearable itch that won't be silenced. It's for the investors, leaders, builders who know that the system is a myth, that borders and titles and rules don't define their reality. They know they must rise above, transcend, become something new. Because the future belongs to those who refuse to live a borrowed life, those who would rather burn than bend. So here's the challenge. Stop waiting. Stop watching others take what should be yours. Don't let regret become your story. Instead, seek out those who refuse calm, who reject ease, who demand essence. Connect with that rare network where the misunderstood become unstoppable, where contrast breeds strength, and where individuality unites. This is where opportunity isn't missed. It's made. Where the invisible is visible, where the rare find their place, and the radical reshape tomorrow. The next great chapter of investing won't be written in boardrooms or by playing by the old rules. It will be forged by those who dared to become more, who questioned, challenged, and transformed. It will be created by those who stopped being victims of the system and became architects of their own future. Will you be one of them? Or will you look back years from now, haunted by what slipped through your hands? The chance to be more, to align with the few, to free yourself and everyone around you. Every moment you hesitate, countless others are moving, connecting, building. They aren't waiting for perfection or permission. They are burning bridges, raising new foundations, and they want those who burn as brightly as they do. This is not just investing. It's resurrection. It's rebellion. It's the ultimate act of freedom, to build your life on your terms and shape reality itself. Don't be the investor who watches from the sidelines, weighed down by what could have been. Be the one who breaks the mold, who disrupts not only markets but mindsets, who finds power in connection and radical change. The fire inside you is waiting to be unleashed. Not tomorrow, not when it's convenient. Now. The opportunity is here, but it only rewards the bold, the patient, the relentless. The question is simple. Will the regret of missed opportunities be your story? Or will you choose to be the architect of the future few dare to imagine? The rare are already gathering. The system is cracking. The moment to burn is now.